Up on the programme tonight. The foster mum, who's looked after more than 90 children, praises this Christmas TV advert promoting fostering.
I will have children in my house as long as there's breath in my body. I am at my happiest when this house is full of people, when the table needs extending and we've run out of chairs.
The classic TV signs that Christmas is near. I'm a Celebrity, Strictly Come Dancing, and of course the big adverts. One of the biggest of them all is the John Lewis ad. This year it's all about fostering, a man learning to skate so he can welcome a new child into his home.
Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off.
Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. I skate a bit too.
You want to come in?
Well, the remarkable Jo Newby is a foster carer near Hull. Jo welcomed nearly 100 children into her home over the last 2 decades. Lizzie Rose has been to meet her.
I really like it. I think it's a strong message. It gets across that foster carers invest emotionally, invest their time. However, most of the children that have arrived on my doorstep have arrived with minutes, hours.
This is a story of a beginner, new to being a foster carer, something Jo remembers well from 2004.
Telephone rang, grabbed it because I knew I was on standby. Can you take this baby? So I said, oh yeah, you know, like I'm just at the gym. Oh no, she's in the car, she's on the way.
And since then, she's fostered over 90 children.
So I have physical reminders of them, but emotional reminders are like the scars that they've left on my heart. You can't invest yourself and give your love and your care. Sorry, I'm going to cry now. To all those young people, without them taking a little bit of you away when they go.
But Jo admits it's not without its challenges.
A lot of people say, oh, I've got a spare room and I could foster, but it's so much more than that. You do need to have a big heart because you need to have a lot of love, but you've got to have the strength of an elephant because they will test you. You're lots of things. You're a teacher, you're a counsellor, you're a dietitian, you're everything that they need when they come to you. That's Dad, pre-beard.
One of their foster children has also joined the family permanently. They adopted Casper several years ago.
He was a very poorly baby. We were told by paediatricians that he'd never walk or talk or go to mainstream school. He had a lot of additional needs. He's a world away from that tiny, young, vulnerable baby.
And Jo has helped to set up an inclusive football team that Casper and his friends could be part of, something husband Chris says is typical of Jo as a carer.
From being on the sidelines behind her, if you're a child coming into care and you need someone to advocate for you, there is no one better. She will fight your cause to the death. If it's in your interest, she will take it on.
While there may not always be the time to learn to skateboard, Jo hopes this year's Christmas advert will encourage others to think about fostering.
Look how happy he looked there, big smile. I will have children in my house as long as there's breath in my body. I am at my happiest when this house is full of people, when the table needs extending and we've run out of chairs. That gives me joy to see lots of happy faces.
What an incredible woman, Jo. 100 children in the last 2 decades. And of course, we know that Jo will be tuned in watching the TV tonight. What she doesn't know is this. With the help of her husband, Chris, we found a few people who wanted to say thank you.
You've always been incredibly kind and caring and interested in everything I've got to say. Thank you so much for everything.
Just want to say a massive thank you to Jo, who fostered our daughter before we adopted her. Jo is such a special person to us and extended part of the family as well as a friend. Jo always continues to support us whenever needed and will be forever grateful. Thanks, Jo.
Hi Jo, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for me over the last 18 years. You are amazing. You always make time to see me even when you're exceptionally busy, and that means the world to me. Thank you, Jo.
That is so lovely, isn't it? Thanks to Ryan, Layla's mum and Sophie for that. And of course, we salute Jo for all the great work she's done fostering. Now, Michelle Priest is in charge of fostering and adoption for Hull City Council. I spoke to her a short time ago. She's seen some lovely tributes there. Is it very rewarding?
It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity. The privilege of looking after somebody else's children, yes, it's really rewarding.
And is it too dramatic to say you're always desperate for more people to come forward?
Absolutely. We are absolutely desperate. Every day we're looking for carers that can care for all sorts of our children, so young babies, teenagers, children with a disability.
I mean, Ofsted said last week the system was close to breaking point. Is it?
It's hard. It's a hard struggle each day. Hull's in a bit of a different position at the moment. Our children in care has actually gone down, where nationally it's going up. But we are still every day looking for carers.
Is it always better to be with a foster family than in a children's home?
Different children have different needs. So for some children, it's right that they're living in a children's home. But most of our children, we like to live with a family.
And I'm not being rude, but this will be a question which many people who are watching the telly tonight will ask. Do they get paid for it?
They get an allowance to cover the cost of looking after a child. And in Hull, we've just increased our allowances. And also they get a skills payment to recognise the skills of our foster carers as well. So yes, there is a financial element to
Anyone
it as well.
half thinking about it or has thought about it in a sentence, what would you say to them tonight?
I'd say give it a go. It is an amazing, rewarding opportunity. So please pick up the phone, talk to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and come and have a, talk to us about it and find out a bit more.
Lovely to see you, Michelle. Thank you for coming in.
Nice to see you.
Michelle Priest in charge of fostering, and that's our subject tonight. So interesting to talk about.